So yan, good day everyone. So another day, another topic. So we have here the efficient sections under the open channels. So yan, nakikita nyo yung background natin. It is an example of an open channels. So yan, let's proceed. So by the way, when we talking about the efficient sections here, we'll also we can also say na hindi lang siya efficient yung tinutukoy. So, ano ba yung purpose ng efficient natin? So, sometimes, it is called the most economical, and at the same time, the most optimum dimensions or sections. So, yan. Bakit natin kinukuha yung efficient or basically the most economical sections? So, ang purpose po niyan is because when designing channels, mas mabuti na efficient yung magagawa nating design. Kasi first, para maiwasan natin yung effort para sa labors, money, materials, etc. So with that, efficient na yung section natin, di ba? So merong mga ways para masabi natin na efficient yung ating section or economical yung ating section. So since naka-focus ito sa sections, meaning yung section na gagawin natin or i-analyze, always parating efficient siya. So, when we say efficient, ito yan papasok. So, the efficiency is often measurable. So in our case, measurable siya. And this is the ability to avoid wasting materials, energy, efforts, money, and time in doing something or producing a desired result. So, in a more general terms or sense, it is the ability to do things well, successfully, and without waste. So the purpose of this is to provide stormwater conveyance and discharge capacity required for flood prevention, etc. So yung pag-create or pag-analyze natin ng mga open channels, which is the most efficient sections, is hindi lang tayo mag-analyze ng anong dimensions or anong sections yung itong channel na to, no? So consider natin, of course, yung efficient sections or most economical section, but at the same time sakto, or yung functionality niya hindi masasacrifice, parang gano'n. So with this, ito yung magiging purpose ng ating discussion ngayon. So when we say maximum hydraulic efficiency, or in technical terms, papasok na dyan dito yung ating greatest capacity. So in our discussion during the open channels, kapag sinabi natin capacity, papasok na tayo dyan sa rate of flow natin, no? Rate of flow, or yung sinusolve nating Q. So dapat maximum or greatest capacity daw po yung Q, or maximum discharge. Ito na pala, no? Ito. But since maximum siya, kunyari sa section dapat pinakamalaking greatest capacity yung ma-accumulate niya dito, but at the same time most economical section din siya. So later natin yan. And at the same time, minimum perimeter po. So we know na meron tayong formula for this, galing kay Manning's formula, no? Which is the Q is equivalent to the area, R, or the hydraulic radius, times the 2/3 times the slope, and then divided by N. So yan yung Q natin. So tingin mo na dito, zoom out ko lang. So in this efficient daw po, efficient sections, ang sabi, yung Q natin is dapat maximum, no? maximum. So, ibig sabihin, kung ito maximum, since ito is directly proportional, itong part na to dapat maximum din po, no? Pero, may mga part dyan, may mga part dito sa formula na of course, constant. So, ayan. Ilagay natin muna yung constant. Alisin ko muna itong maximum dito, no? Constant. With S, kasi marami yan. First, ang constant dito is yung value ng N. Pangalawa, kapag sinasabi natin greatest capacity, so, malaki yung ma-accumulate na discharge dito, but at the same time, hindi maiiwasan natin, or I mean, tawag dito, economical yung sections natin. So, ibig sabihin, gagawin natin constant yung area. And at the same time, yung slope na S. So, meron tayong tatlong constant dito. So, ibig sabihin, kung ito constant, and then ito constant, and then ito constant, yung R na lang yung hindi constant. Ano po? So, since maximum dito, sa left side, so kasi kapag naandito yung maximum sa ibabaw, sa numerator, ibig sabihin, yung numerator din dito is maximum din po yan. Nakuha. So, directly proportional yung tawag. If ever naman, naandito yung, let's say, yung R, ito, inversely proportional naman. So, ibig sabihin, kung ito maximum, ito naman, minimum. Pero in our case, naandito siya sa numerator, so, ibig sabihin, yung R, dapat maximum din, no? Yan. So, ibig sabihin, kung yung Q is maximum, dapat yung hydraulic radius is maximum din. Pero, ano nga ba yung hydraulic radius natin, no? So, yung hydraulic radius natin is equivalent to the area over the wetted perimeter. So, we know na ito maximum, no? Max. So, ibig sabihin, kung ito constant, so ito, hindi to constant. Kasi pwede mabago po yung perimeter natin. Ayan yung yung very important part dito, na dapat yung perimeter, kung ito maximum, sabi ko nga, inversely proportional na to, ito naman is minimum. So, sa efficient sections, ang tatandaan lang natin, yung Q is maximum, and then yung perimeter is minimum. So, ito lang po yung tatandaan nyo dyan para sa ating efficient sections. So, every shape ng ating channels may different efficient sections na pwede natin ma-derive, no? From the equation. So, yan. So, yan. Screenshot. Okay, next. So, yan. Let's proceed with the rectangular section. So, ang sabi ko kanina, yung Q is maximum. And then, yung area is constant. But yung P is minimum. So, in this case, meron tayong dalawang example ng rectangular section na merong parehas na area since constant. So, 25 times 2, we have 50. Area of 50, let's say na meter siya, square meter. So, ma-observe nyo, yung width niya dito, yung B, ito naman yung D, is 2. And yung depth niya dito is 25, no? So, ibig sabihin, yung area niya is 50 parehas. Pero, sabi ko nga, dapat yung Q is maximum, and then yung P is minimum. So, let's proceed first with the perimeter. So, in this case, alin dito yung most efficient section? So, papapiliin kayo, siyempre, pipiliin nyo yung minimum, no? Minimum na P. So, ibig sabihin, i-compute muna natin. So, ano yung P dito? So, yung P is 2D, 2D, plus B. Ito yung P, or perimeter. So, yung 2D, we have 2 times 25, plus 2. So, this is equivalent to 52, no? Meters. ito naman, ito isolve natin para sa pangalawang P. So, meron kayong dalawang D, 2D, 2 times 2 plus 25. 25 plus 4, 29 meters. So, ang pagkakaiba yan, parehas yung area, but yung perimeter is naka-minimum. So, ibig sabihin, kung papapiliin tayo dito, kung alin yung most efficient section or yung most economical section, ang pipiliin po natin is ito, no? Kasi ayan yung mas kaunting perimeter, 29 lang. So, ibig sabihin, kung nga maglalatag na ng hollow blocks, yan, naglalagay daw dyan ng hollow blocks. So, ibig sabihin, mas kaunti o mas mababa lang yung perimeter niya compared dito na mas mataas. Ano po? So, yan yung pagkakaiba ng dalawa. So, of course, dito naman, so, 5 times 10, ito pa pala, 5 times 10 is 50. Kalimutan ko ito eh. Nauban kasi. So, 5, isa pa pala, P, 5 plus, or 2 times 5 plus 10. So, 10 plus 10, so 20. Ito pala nanalo, no? Yan. Ito pala nanalo. So, ibig sabihin, kung pagbabasehan natin yung minimum perimeter, yung pangatlo, yung pinaka most efficient. I'm very sorry. So, every shape nga, meron tayong different different efficient sections. So, meron tayong apat na shape na i-consider dito. Meron tayong rectangular, triangular, trapezoidal, and then circle or semicircle. So, pero ang gagawin natin, mag-derive tayo ng mga equation, and of course, papakita na natin yung mga equations na yan. So, first, para sa rectangular cross-section, so sa area ng cross-section na to, we have area is equal to B times D, no? Pero, in our case, this is constant. Sabi na nga natin, no? So, let's try to put the equation of the perimeter. So, for the perimeter naman, meron tayong B plus 2D. Ito naman is dapat minimum, no? So, we will apply the concept sa calculus, yung minimum and maximum minima concept, na yung ang gagawin natin is i-differentiate natin, tapos equate natin to 0 para makuha natin yung minimum value. So, since this is the minimum, ito naman constant, ito po yung i-differentiate natin. So, isang differentiation lang, tapos yung the rest na ibang shape, ibibigay ko na yung value ng minimum perimeter or for the hydraulic radius. So, sa rectangular lang, para at least ma-familiarize ulit kayo. So, here, ito yung gagamitin natin para sa maximum minima. So, since meron kayong, ang mangyayari kasi, dalawa yung magiging variables nyo if ever, kung mag-differentiate ka agad kayo dito. So, ang gagawin natin is, gagamitin natin tong formula. So, yan. So, yung A is equal to BD. So, mangyayari, kukunin natin yung value ng B na naka-in-term sa D and A. So, the B is equivalent to A over D. So, yan po yung ilalagay natin dito. So, the P is equivalent to A over D. Since the A is constant, no? So, walang mababago sa A. So, yan. So, ito na yung pwede nating ma-differentiate. So, para ma-solve natin or para makuha natin yung minimum value niya. So, lan. So, di ba pag magdi-differentiate, naglalagay tayo ng dP over, since naka-equate tayo sa D, let's say dd. No? Since this is equivalent to A, so ano yung magiging value ng differential of A over D? So, ito yung constant. Ang mangyayari, kung babalikan niyo yung properties natin, ang mangyayari itong A, since constant siya, tas ito naman D, 1 over D lang yung magiging differentiation nyo, no? So, magiging 1 over D squared. And then, plus, since ito yung i-differentiate natin, matatanggal po yung variable. So, 2. So, naalala niya. Kunyari, 2D siya. 2D squared. Siya mangyari, ito, lagay nyo din sa baba, 4D. So, since 2D lang siya, mawawala lang ito. Madi-differentiate lang siya. And then, since sabi ko nga, ini-equate siya sa 0 para magkuha yung minimum, so equate natin ito sa 0. So, mangyayari, kung ililipat natin tong 2, naka-negative pala ito, no? Negative yan. Kasi yung 1 over x, differentiation yun is negative 1 over x squared. Same lang yan dito. 1 over d, negative 1 minus y over d squared. So, yan. So, since meron na kayong equation na to, ang gagawin natin is ililipat lang natin tong part na to dito. So, mangyayari, we have 2 is equivalent to a over d squared, since yung minus magiging ng positive. So, with that, try natin makuha yung area. So, mangyayari, ito, lipat natin dito sa taas. So, A is equivalent to 2D squared. And we know A na equivalent to BD. So, yung BD is equivalent to 2D squared. And then, divide both sides by D. So, mangyayari yung B is equivalent to 2D. So, yan na yung magiging value or magiging equation natin para makuha natin yung most efficient section. B is equal to 2D. So, i-substitute natin sa R. So, para sa R naman, we have area over D, over P. So, for the area, we have B times D. Yung P naman is 2D plus B. So, we know na yung B is equivalent to 2D, no? So, ilagay natin as 2D. Yung B na sinasabi ko, ito na yan, na. So, ilagay ko ulit as red. 2D times D over 2D plus 2D. So, mangyayari, 2D squared over 2D plus 2D. 4D. So, cancel natin yung dalawang D, pati yung 4, tsaka 2. Mangyayari is D over 2. So, this will be the value of the hydraulic radius kapag tinatanong yung efficient section. Diba? So, yan. So, let's start with the example. Though, naka-ano naman to. Naka-English unit. So, pwede na yan. Parehas lang naman. Mababago lang yung equation natin sa manuals. Ano po. So, let's proceed. Design the economical section of a rectangular flume that will carry. Yung flume pala is an example of open channel that will carry the discharge of 100 cubic feet per second with an available drop of 4 feet per mile. So, yung available drop is the slope, no? 4 feet per mile daw po yung slope natin. So, convert natin para sa 4 feet per mile. Per 1 mile. So, yung 1 mile, merong ilang feet? Convert nyo na lang, 5 to 80. Lalabas dyan sa calculators nyo. So, mangyari, we can solve 4 divided by 5 to 80, we have 0.000758. Yan yung magiging S. And then use N as 0.010. So for the most economical section of a rectangular channel, the base width B is equal to the twice the depth, or ito na to, B is equal to 2D, which is our na-derive kanina. So in this case, lagay lang muna natin yung mga area is B times D. So since yung B is equal to 2D, 2D times D. So magiging 2D squared. Next, perimeter. B plus 2D is equal to 2D plus 2D. So we have 4D. And then for the perimeter or hydraulic radius, we have 2D squared divided by 4D. So we have D over 2. Okay? So ito yung mga equation natin. And then for the S, nasolve na natin 0.00758. Send mo na. So, yan. By Manning's formula, we know na meron tayong formula of Manning. So, dapat familiar na kayo sa ulo nyo na to. We have 1.486 over N. Area R 2/3 S 1/2. So for the Q, naka-fit na to, no? So English na to, English. Dapat pala English tayo, no? So this will be in English version. So for the Q, we have the 100 cubic feet per second. And then we can just copy the 1.486. And for the N, we have the 0.01. Right? Yeah. For the area, we solve it earlier. This will be the area. No Tagalog challenge tayo. So let's write the area. We have 2D squared. 2D squared. Ay, charot. Ay. And then for the R, we have D over 2. And then raised to 2/3. And then for the S, we have 0.000758. So this will be the equation. So we know, we can see that the unknown here is the letter D, no? Which is the depth. So once we get the depth, we can solve for the width. So we can get the most efficient section of the flume. So ship solve, we can solve for the D, that is equivalent to 3.04 feet. And then for B, 2 times D. So we have 3.04 times 2, 6.08 feet. So answer for the problem number 1. Screenshot. So by the way, we have four shapes. So we will solve all the 4 shapes. So I'll give each shape an example. So yes, let's continue. So for the trapezoidal section, let's see the differentiation here. So in this section, we have the width base B. So same in the quiz earlier. So we have the width base B. And then this is also B, right? And then we can call this X. Ano po? And then this will be the slope of the slope, yeah. slope of the cross section. But this is different from the slope in the problem, no? So yan, let's check with the let's call this y. So since in the perimeter the equation is in y, so since this will be the perimeter, this should be in minimum, no? So let's solve for this, or pahapyaw na lang para mabilis na din yung discussion natin. I will be just pointing out the areas, the perimeters, and then the hydraulic radius. So for the perimeter, the value of dy will be the d secant theta. So this will the equation is derived from the secant na po. But you can also solve for this. So we have here the angle. Yan. So for the area, we have BD, area of the square, and then area of the rectangle, a triangle rather. So yan. So for the perimeter, yung B, kaya nung sa rectangular, kinuha galing sa A. So this will be the equation AD, A over D minus D tan theta. So yan. And then you can get the equation of the perimeter AD, etc. So by partial differentiation or maxima minima, that will be used. So this will be the differentiation, no? So upon differentiation, this will be the equation of the perimeter. Ano po? So this equation of the perimeter is derived from this equation. So hindi na natin papakita. And then we have the hydraulic radius, which is A over P. So the A over P, the P is ito na po yun. Ay, ito na po yun pala. Ito. And then the area, since yung area, we have the equation of this 2 secant theta minus tangent theta d squared. So this will be the area. So by this, we have the same value here, same function. So maka-cancel lang po to. Cancel, matitira d squared over 2d. So d squared over 2d, so cancel out natin yung d, matitira is d over 2. So this will be the equation for the hydraulic radius. So yan na lang po yung tatandaan nyo for the cross section or trapezoidal cross section. Then for the x naman, upon differentiation ulit, ito na yung magiging value na x is equal to 2y. Ibig sabihin, mali pala yung nilagay kong x. Kaya na lang natin na x prime to. So yung total dito is the x. So ibig sabihin daw po, yung value nitong x, itong total na to, is equivalent sa dalawang side slope na to. So na lang po yung tatandaan nyo. So we have the r is d over 2. The x or the total width at the top is 2y. So in this case, ito yung magiging conclusion. The most efficient trapezoidal section has its top width equal to the sum of the sides 2y, which is a proportion for a half hexagon. So half hexagon po pala yung magiging shape nitong ating cross section. Ano po? So kumbaga, ito yung trapezoid. Yung most efficient section natin is kalahati nitong hexagon. So ito lang yung tatandaan nyo for this. And then the all side is equal. So yan. Since ito is y, kung all side is equal, ito yung y, ito din yung y. Parang ganun. So anyways. By the way, ito lang yung tatandaan natin. And then, you can see that the angle is 30 degrees. So, tama. All sides are equal. And then, this is the half regular hexagon. So, let's proceed with example. So, medyo tiring kasi yung mga differentiations na yun. And at the same time, di nyo naman maintindihan. Diba? So, trapezoidal canal having sides sloping at an angle of theta with the horizontal is to carry a discharge of 2 cubic meter per second with an average velocity of 1 meter per second. Compute the depth of the canal if it will have a most efficient section. So, kapag most efficient section, automatic, kapag may sinabing ganun na, gagamitin natin na R is D over 2. And then, for the value of X, that is equivalent to 2Y. Pero may binigay ng figure pala. Ito. Pero ito yung magiging ano natin, ha. So, let's write the givens. We have the Q. 25. For the V, we have 1. So, in the figure, makikita natin naka-efficient section na siya, no? Kasi meron ng 30 degrees and at the same time, ito B na siya. So, all side is equal. So, kung ito is B, itong dalawa na to, 0.5B. Kaya, naging siyang 2B. Or in our kanina, this will be X. And then, ito naman yung Y. So, same. Y plus Y, 2B. Or 2Y or X. So, tingin lang tayo dito sa figure. Ganito na yung gagawin yung figure, especially kapag solve kayo ng trapezoidal. So, let's write the area. So, the area of the trapezoidal, we have the 1/2. Trapezoid pala. Base 1 plus base 2 times the depth. So, this will be the depth. But, unknown yung mga value na yan, no? Meron lang tayong mga variables for that. Pero, let's write. No? So, for the area, pwede natin ma-solve yung area actually. Galing dito. Sa discharge and then the velocity. For the area, we have QAV. 25 divided and is equal to area times 1. So, the area will be 25. So, for this, lagyan natin as 25. Then, 1/2. For the base 1, ito yung base 1 natin. Let's write it as B. Plus, base 2, we have X or 2B. And then, for the depth, lagay lang natin as D muna. So, mangyari, simplify natin. We have B plus 2B. This will be 3B, right? And then, D. So, 25 is equal to 1/2 3B times D. So, 1/2 times 3, 3/2, 25 is equivalent to 3/2 BD. And then, kunin natin tong value ng BD. 25 times 2, 50 over 3. So, the value of BD is 50 over 3. So, let's write it as equation 1. So, kunin natin tong part na to. So, this is our triangle, no? Ay. And then, this is 30 degrees. And then, this will be 60 degrees. Then, this will be the B also. And then, dito naman D. And then, this will be 0.5 B. So, dapat makakuha tayo ng equation or makasolve tayo ng or makakuha tayo ng equation na merong BD. In this case, pwede natin itong kunin, no? Dalawa. So, ito yung angle and then ito naman yung side. So, ang tawag dyan is adjacent. So, kapag adjacent, ka. So, cosine. So, let's write cosine 30 adjacent D over B. Right? Adjacent over the hypotenuse. So, since meron kayong value ng BD, 50 over 3. So, lagay lang natin dito yung, solve natin yung D. So, let's write B is equal to 50 over 3 D. So, for this cosine 30, the D is equal to, or D is over 50 over 3D. So, for the value of D, is dalawa na lang yung unknown, no? D and then D. So, same variable na po. Makasolve na tayo. So, solve ko muna. So, we can get the value of 3.799 meters. So, yan yung depth for the most efficient section. Screenshot. Bigyan pa tayo ng isa para sa trapezoid. So, next problem, a flood occurs in the main channel having a trapezoidal section with a base width of 4.5. So, given na yung mga value, ay erase ko muna to. Wait lang. So, yan. Para matuto kayo mag-drawing. Pag drawing, kung may given na base width, this is the carry main velocity 1.2. Computer discharge. So, discharge yung hinahanap sa atin. So, to draw the trapezoidal section, syempre, drawing na ganyan trapezoid. Yan. Not perfect, but it's fine. So, the base width is 4.5. And then, what we will do is to check the value of the most efficient section. Since we know na the total base at the top is equivalent to this y. So, 2y y. And we know na the most efficient section of the trapezoidal is half of the regular hexagon. So, since kapag regular hexagon, tintukoy natin, pangit na tuloy. Kapag regular, may term na regular hexagon, the sides of the hexagon are equal. So, ibig sabihin, for this base, this is also equivalent to this, no? Which is equivalent to 4.5. So, since B is equivalent to 2y, this will be 2 times 4.5. So, this is equivalent to 9 meters. So, that would be the figure. So, first, let's solve for the area. We have 1/2 base 1 plus base 2 times D. By the way, yung D, this will be the D. And then, of course, this is 30 degrees since this is a most efficient section. Again, to solve for the D, D muna yung solve natin. No? Isolate muna natin dito. And then, we have the 4.5 meters here. So, using the cosine function, we have cosine 30 adjacent over hypotenuse. So, the D is equivalent to 4.5 cosine 60 30. So for the D, we have 3.89 7. So for the area, we have 1/2. The base one is 4.5 plus the base 2 is 9 meters times the depth. So this will be equivalent to 26.30 meters, 30 meters squared. And then we have the mean velocity, so we can get the value of u for this section. So area 26.30 times the velocity 1.2. For the q, we have 31.56 cubic meter per second. Screenshot. Okay, let's proceed with the triangular cross section. So for the triangular cross section, we have here the width, top width, and then we also have here the side, and then the depth, which is the depth here. So skip na natin yung data differentiation. So but we have here the value of the W, which is 2D tangent theta over 2. So ang ginawa dito kasi meron 2 tapos over 2 is because ito yung kinuha. Sina-isolate itong isang side, kinuha dito yung isa. So ang magiging value dyan is D tan theta over 2. So since dalawa yung D tan theta over 2, so magiging W times 2 kaya meron 2. So yan, upon differentiation, so yan, so we have here the theta, it will be equivalent to 90 degrees. So yung na-drawing kanina na ganito, yung theta daw na yon is equivalent to 90 degrees para masabi nating efficient yung section. Most efficient section. So thus the triangle of a maximum hydraulic efficiency is a right triangle kasi merong 90 degrees. So parang ganito lang siya na nakaganyan, pero nakatihaya. Okay. So, ibig sabihin, yung W is twice ng depth. Kasi, kung ma-observe nyo, yung ito 90 degrees. Ito yung depth, no? So, ito yung depth. Depth din po ito. Kasi 90 degrees to. Diba? Kaya, this will be 2D. Which is, ito naman din na to. This is DW. So, yan. Sample tayo. An open channel having a slope of 0.0065 is to carry 1 meter per second velocity. The channel has an N value of 0.011. For most efficient section of a triangular section, compute the depth of the water. So, for the most efficient section, meron na tayong theta kaagad na equivalent to 90. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, kung meron tayong 90, makasolve na tayo kaagad. And also, the W is equivalent to twice ng depth. Makasolve tayo kaagad ng depth none. Okay. I think this is cubic meter. Cubic meter yan. So, bali hindi siya kasi carry. Q. So, let's write the area of the triangular section. So, yung area ng triangle is 1/2 base times height, W, times the depth. Since we know that the W is 2D, so 1/2 times 2D times D. So, makancel yung 2, makombine yung D. So, ibig sabihin, yung area, kapag most efficient section is always D squared. Okay, let's proceed with the perimeter. So, the perimeter is D. Is this and this, no? So, para makuha natin yan, kung ito is D, ito din is D. So, this will be D square root of 2 or square root of 2D. Pero nasa labas yung D, kasi variable siya. So, ibig sabihin, kung meron kayo ditong 2 square root of D, pwedeng 2D kasi dalawa times D square root of 2 times 2. So, 2D square root of 2 na lang. So, for the hydraulic, ito, constant na din to. For the triangular. For the hydraulic radius naman, we have the area over over P. This is equivalent to D squared over 2D square root of 2. So, maka-cancel out yung dalawang D. Matitira is D square root of or 2 square root of 2. So, ito na din yung magiging hydraulic radius. So, para ma-solve natin yung hinahanap nating depth, kasi unknown yan di ba? Pero naka-base na tayo lahat sa depth para ma-solve na natin. Lagyan na natin yung equation ng Q. Wala tayong space. Which is area over N R 2/3 S 1/2. So, for the Q, we have 1. For the area, we have D squared. For the N, we have 0.011. For the R, we have D over 2 square root of 2 raised to 2/3. And then, for the S, we have 0.0065 raised to 1/2. So, for this equation, we only have one unknown, which is the value of D. So, using the ship solve command or function, the value of D is equivalent to around 0.614 meters. So, this will be the answer for the first question. For the hydraulic mean depth or hydraulic radius, gamitin lang natin tong equation na to. So for the R, D, which is 0.614 over 2 square root of 2. So we can get the value of 0.217 for the value of hydraulic radius. Yan, screenshot. Okay, for the last section, we have the circular section. Pero, yung pinaka most efficient kapag dating sa circular section is what we call the semicircle. So, walang iba na most efficient kapag circular is the semicircle. And for the area, we have this equation. Since yung area ng circle is pi r squared. So, for the semicircle, divided by 2. No? And then, for the perimeter, we know na yung perimeter ng isang buong circle is 2 pi r. No? So, kung kalahati lang, semicircle, divided by 2. So, magiging pi r lang. Okay. So, wala nang ibang babaguhin dyan. And then, for the r, we have the area, which is this. And then, the perimeter. So, maka-cancel out yung isang r dito, tapos sa baba matitira and then itong pi, matitira isang r and then 2. So for the hydraulic radius, we have this value or equation, r over 2, or the radius divided by 2. And then ito na lang yung tandaan nyo. The depth of the flow for the maximum velocity for a circular channel is known. For the h is equivalent to 0.81 times the diameter. And then for the maximum discharge naman, we have the h is equivalent to 0.938 diameter. So yan, proceed tayo sa example. Ay, may solution. Erase ko lang yung solution. Open channel to be made of concrete is best designed 1 cubic meter per second, slope of 0.0085. Determine the diameter for the most efficient section for semicircular section. So hanapin natin yung D or the diameter for the MEF or most efficient section. So we know na kanina meron tayong R na equivalent to the R or the radius over 2. Itong R na malaki is the hydraulic radius, no? Yung hydraulic radius is area over perimeter. So ito, galing yan dito. Baka kasi kalimutan nyo kagad eh. So for the Q, we have the area over N, R 2/3 S 1/2. So for the area, we have the pi r squared over 2. And then for the N, we have 0.013. For the R, we have R over 2, 2/3. For the S, we have 0.003085, 1/2. For the Q, we have here the 1.5, no? So for this equation, we only have the R for the unknown. So for the value of R, we have 0.863 meters. But ang tinatanong sa atin is diameter. So baka mali na kayo. Na may susulat nyo na, mabaksan nyo na, mali na kaagad kayo, no? For the diameter times 2, 2r, we have 1.726 meters. So, yan. So, that would be the discussion about the most efficient sections. So, hindi pala siya abot ng 20 minutes lang. Tinabot tayo ng around 1 hour. Kasi meron tayong 4 na shapes na kailangan i-consider. So, if ever na rectangular lang, so mas madali. And mas madali nga din kung semicircular section lang din. Kasi you can actually do the math, no? Geometry. So, wala na tayong babaguhin. So, ayan. Thank you. Bigay na lang din ako ng sample problem or you can solve the problems in your workbook.